G'day folks, today I'm going to be reviewing Tamron's SP 90mm f2.8 macro. This is Tamron's top shelf macro lens, and this is my review through the eyes of a photography enthusiast. There is no sponsorship, no strings attached, it's 100% down the line review of how I think this lens performs. If you're thinking about buying one of these lenses and you want to know what I think about it, then stay tuned. Rightio folks, first things first, let's open the box. This isn't an unboxing video. I've never been able to understand why unboxing videos are so popular. Anyway, this is actually my wife's lens. She's had this lens for probably 6 months now. This is the Tamron SP 90mm f2.8 macro. Not to be confused with the standard 90mm f2.8 macro that Tamron are very famous for. It's no secret that Tamron lead the way with regards to macro lenses, and this lens, in my personal opinion, is just absolutely outstanding. It is expensive, it's probably 3 times as dear as the cheaper alternative, as Tamron's most popular macro lens, but the SP stands for super performance or superior performance. It's written on the box here. Super performance. Canon are known for their L series lenses. Their L series lenses are the top of the crop, and the L stands for luxury. Sigma now have these luxury lenses as well, but obviously they can't use L series, so Sigma use Art. Look at their Art series lenses. I own an Art series lens by Sigma, and it is brilliant. I love it. Tamron now have the SP series, the super performance. These are the Tamron equivalent of the Canon L series lens. The first thing you notice when you hold this Tamron SP 90mm f2.8 lens is it's quite heavy. It's not a light lens. That's because it's quality. It's got good steel fittings, it's got a steel base, it's durable, it's dust proof, and it's quite heavy to hold. This is real glass. This is the real deal. Now, Tamron confused me a lot, and so does Sigma. The DF, NF, NFG, NFI, LOL, I don't know, WTF, FIIK, they've got all these different acronyms. So I've actually bought the box so that I can read them, and then I can explain to you how I think they perform. SP, super performance, I've already explained that. If you see the Tamron lens with SP, you're going to pay a lot more, but going by this, you're going to get a lot better quality. USD, ultrasonic silent drive. I think in Canon they call it ultrasonic motor, USM. In other words, you don't hear it. It is very quiet. Now, this Tamron is the quietest focusing lens that I've ever used. I do a lot of videoing for my other YouTube channel, Robbie Fishing, and I've actually used this lens to make a couple of my videos, and you can see as you watch it with my Canon 70D, it automatically focuses. As I move backwards and forwards, that camera automatically focuses. Now when I'm using this lens, even on the video footage, you do not hear that motor. The camera does not pick up any sound. Even with my Sigma Art lens and one of my old Canon L series lenses, you'll still hear a faint little But with this Canon SP USD ultrasonic silent drive, you do not hear it. It really is lightning fast, and it really is very quiet. And that gets a 10 out of 10 for me as far as ultrasonic motors goes. Right, the next thing, VC. This is the VC. VC is vibration compensation. Sorry, I've just got to, there's so many, because I don't have any ties with any camera lenses. I've got Takinas, I've got Sigmas, I've got Canons, I've got everything else, and you just lose track of what's what, so I've got to keep looking. The VC is vibration compensation, otherwise known as image stabilisation or something else with some other camera. Obviously for copyright reasons and court legal bullcrap reasons, they can't use the same terminology. So Tamron have used VC, vibration compensation. I've got other lenses with image stabilisation under various names. They all perform quite well. Some of them not so well. This one here, the Tamron 90mm SP lens, is the most incredible image stabilisation that I've ever seen. you can actually, if you move the camera while you're looking through it, you can actually see it taking time to catch up to where it was, because the lens is trying to hold it still, if that sort of makes sense. You can actually see the vibration control, or is it vibration compensation? You can actually see, or the image stabilisation, I'm allowed to call it that. You can actually see that when you're looking through the viewfinder when it's on, and that allows you to get handheld photos with a lower shutter speed than what you normally would. Now, bear in mind, if you're in a dark room and you're photographing a dancer or something, even though the camera is going to be still, if the subject's moving, you'll still get motion blur. No image stabilisation will ever fix that. But if you've got a still subject and a slow shutter because you've got poor light, or you want a high aperture or whatever reason, the VC on this, the vibration compensation on this lens, is easily the best I've ever seen. That gets a 20 out of 10 as far as I'm concerned. What else have we got? E-band coating, no idea what all that sort of crap means. Righto. So basically, the Tamron 90mm f2.8 SP lens is the Tamron equivalent of the Canon 100mm f2.8 L. The SP in the Tamron, the L in the Canon, the Art in the Sigma. When my wife and I were shopping for this lens for her, we tried the Sigma, we tried the Canon, and we tried the Tamron. The Tamron won hands down. The Canon was very, very good. The Canon L series lens was really good quality. I would like to own one, but I think if I was going out to buy one for myself, I would probably go for the Tamron, because this just outperformed it. It was quieter when it focused, and the colour reproduction and the sharpness of the photo was just unbelievable. This lens is dear. If you are new to macro photography and you want to get a good value lens, the basic Tamron, which I was going to bring it with me and forgot, but the basic Tamron f2.8 macro is fantastic, and they're only here in Australia, they're $300 or $400 or something like that. They're not overly expensive, $300 or $400. They do the job. They're very slow focusing. They hunt quite a bit in low light, which means they go while they're looking for the subject to lock focus on. And the motor is very noisy. You can't use it for filming because of that noisy motor going. But it's also a $300 or $400 lens. These are around about $1,000, give or take a little bit. I can't remember, we've had it for 6 months now, I can't remember exactly what it was, but I remember it being about $1,000, so it's probably 2.5 times the price of the cheaper one. But I tell you what, the Tamron SP 90mm 2.8 macro is pure quality, and this gets a huge big thumbs up from me, and I will go so far as to say that this is the best lens that I've ever taken a photograph with. I have a Sigma 35mm f1.4 Art series lens. I love that lens, it's absolutely brilliant, and for a long time that's been the best lens I've ever used. But I think that this Tamron Tamron SP f2.8 macro, 90mm macro, I think this just pips it a little bit at the finish line. Pure quality and highly recommended by me, and just to reiterate, no one's paying me to say this, there's no sponsorship. In fact, Tamron owe me. They owe me a good quality lens because we gave them the money, and they've paid up with this. It's pure quality, fantastic. Thank you for watching. I hope this video has been helpful, and don't forget to subscribe because I've got more photography tips, tricks, reviews and stuff coming your way.